but we're going to have a great call tonight, and we're going to go over a couple of things. Right now, you're looking at the big three. If you are just getting started, this is what it's all about. We are seeing massive success from new sales partners, jumping on board, keeping this simple, following the big three. I want to recap it very quick because it creates results. Step one, watch the intro videos, okay? They're right here. Number one, number two. You're talking 32 minutes and 45 seconds, and you know everything that you need to know to get out there in the field and start talking to people as far as knowledge. As far as the flyers, let me close this real quick. Those are in the back here. We got the Easy Pay flyer. We have the 15 cent program. Okay, so here's the Easy Pay flyer, $25, $50, $90, small transaction fee, and the 15-cent flyer. Okay, step one, watch those videos. Step two, print the flyers front and back, nice color. Go to FedEx or Staples, somewhere where you actually can see how sexy this flyer is in a nice print, and laminate it. Okay, you don't need to get out there with 100 flyers handing out flyers, okay? You're gonna see them washing up in the gutter somewhere. People don't actually hold on to these things, and if they really want to copy, let them make a copy of it. Let them take a picture with their phone. Now, if you want to go out and you want to go print 100 flyers and that's what works for you, it's your business. You absolutely can. I'm just saying, for the new folks, all you need to start this business is $5 and a pen. Okay, if you have $5 and a pen, you can follow the big three, go out with some sexy professional marketing material, and step three, you got to start making contacts. I actually want to point this out real quick. Since I said don't go print out 100 flyers, folks, we've got business card templates right here. These are like flyers, okay? On the back, this is going to go over the 25, 50, and 90 for you. So why hand out a bunch of flyers that say the same? Just go get yourself some nice business cards. The back is the flyer. If you're out promoting the 15-cent program, then do the 15-cent program on the back. There's your flyer and your business card all in one. You're up and running, building a business that creates passive income for $5. That just sounds crazy to say. So we got a nice list going here. I appreciate you guys plugging in. We give our time on these meetings to you. I got my team on Monday Night Football tonight. Here we are, ready to help you grow your business, and we appreciate the people that are here to do the same. Give us your time. If you're going to be here, be here. If you're at your computer, if you're paying attention and you're ready to hear some pitches, please raise your hand. Down on the bottom, there's a hand. You just click that, and the hands will start popping up. Get plugged in. Who's here to learn? Boom, boom, boom. It's blowing up. Don't let me catch you without a hand up. I cut you off if that's the case. Who's at the computer listening? Thank you, everyone, so far. I got 4 more. I'm giving you guys 10 seconds. Please raise your hand if you're here listening, paying attention. There they go. All right, everybody's here, ready to go. We got someone in the chat box. Letitia Washington, hey, what's going on? She just said, hey, in the chat box. There's also a chat down there. If you guys have some questions, you guys can all lower your hand. Just click the hand again. Thank you. So I hope you guys came with some rebuttals and you're ready to learn, okay? Something that I want to go over. I don't know who was on the call. I picked a song called Dream. When I got into this industry, I knew what the vision was. I knew what the dream was. And I hope that all of you on this call have a vision of where you're going to be in a couple years and what you're going to do. And it makes the hard work. It takes the rejection. It takes everything that you put up with out there. And it makes it not bad when you know what the outcome's going to be. Okay, I remember going out on Saturdays. People were like, you can't go work Coeur d'Alene, Idaho on a Saturday, and business owners aren't there, and they're getting called 10 times a day and all this stuff. And I remember one Saturday when I started, I was probably a leader at the time. I wasn't an assistant manager or manager yet with that company. Going through the program, leadership on a Saturday. Man, I was getting rejected. People were being rude to me. People were treating me like a door-to-door sales guy, right? Trying to belittle, right? What you guys are going through, I've been there, I've done that, okay? That's why I'm hosting this call, okay? You want someone that gets results? I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to try to contain it. I'm the guy. I can go anywhere USA and sign 10 deals any time of year, the week before Christmas, anywhere in the United States and sign 10 deals, okay? When I was out in the field that day and people were belittling, I didn't care. And I remember specifically thinking to myself, while these clowns are sitting here running this appliance store or this little cafe or this pawn shop or whatever little business I was walking into and they were being rude, I remember thinking to myself, and I'll never forget this, one day I'm going to be in Miami, Florida, running a team, skydiving out of an airplane on a Saturday instead of out here today on a Saturday. But you know what? When that day comes, I bet you all these people that are belittling a door-to-door guy will still be here running this little crappy business, and I'm going to be financially free. That is a reality. That was now about 10 years ago. I guarantee you those people either went out of business or they're still working Saturdays, okay? I am a door-to-door guy. I am proud to be a door-to-door guy. I've built tons of accounts doing door-to-door, and I just want you to know that you should be proud of what you're out there doing, no matter what you're running into. And with this vehicle, you have a future. You have something that no job that I know about can offer. So whatever you're going through out there, be proud of it. Don't take things personal. Keep going. Keep playing the numbers game. Laugh about it, shrug it off, and hit the next one. Okay? That's what I want to put, because I know what you guys are going through. Okay? I know a ton of people in the industry, and I know people that run whole companies, and the support that they lack and the support that you can get occasionally is from a bunch of people that don't know sales. They don't even know sales. They're just there on a job, and they just know the answers off a manual that they were trained and taught, but they don't actually know how to sell. And they definitely don't know how to go sign merchant accounts, okay? With Easy Pay, we know what we're doing. We've been there. We've done that. We've been in your shoes. So when we ask you to do something, it's never been something that we haven't done ourselves. All right, Dougie, I need answers for rebuttals and finding their attention. Tolerance span to be 5 minutes. I'm humble for tips. All right, that's all I've got for you guys as far as the intro. I'm going to get a couple of people on here. Dougie, I hope your microphone is on. I'm ready to rock and roll. Here we go. What's up, Easy Pay? Go Seahawks, 12th man in Florida. Dougie, if you can unmute yourself, let's get you on here. You said you got rebuttals for me. Bring it on, man. What do you got? Can you unmute yourself? There you are.
Hey, Joe. Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome, Dougie. All right, so Doug, I'm going to pitch you, okay? I'm walking in your door. You're the business owner, all right?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, what are you pitching? Are you doing the 15-cent program, or are you doing the month-to-month or the monthly fee program? What are you leading with, Dougie? Just tell me what you're doing, and I'm going to pitch you with it.
Okay. It's mostly I've been doing the 15 cent. It depends. But mostly what I've been seeing is.
Doug, don't give me your rebuttals. I got to walk in. I'm going to pitch you, okay?
Okay.
You need to be attentive. You're a business owner right now. You can give me all the crap you want to. This is where you guys can do whatever you want, and I'm going to rebuttal it as if I walked in your door. Okay, Doug?
Okay.
All right, so I'm walking in here. Hey, what's going on back there? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay. How are you? Thank you.
I'm doing good. I know you're busy running your business in here. I'm going to be real quick, real to the point. I've got something unbelievable that you probably haven't come across yet. And what it is, it's a program that opened up that actually eliminates the processing fees that you guys pay. Now, but before you shut me down, I know you get 1,002 calls. What this program does is not lower them a little bit. It's a program that eliminates them, all right? So it's called the 15-cent program. There's nothing that you have to buy. It's risk-free. We've eliminated all the risk. And you would literally, there's one fee for you, sir. It's only 15 cents a transaction. Have you ever heard of something this crazy?
That's great, but I have a lease program with my buddy, and I'm in contract with him.
Of course.
I don't need to be his fee.
To be honest with you, I just assume that you're in a contract. You know, everybody that has a merchant account is in a contract or they're in a lease. So seriously, I just assume that. You know, I'll cover that in a second. But what you got to understand here is contracts you can get out of, right? There's a cost associated with getting out of contracts, which we'll go over in a second. But this program doesn't save you $20. It's going to save you thousands of dollars, okay? You've got a nice business here. I could probably tell you're running like 15 grand, but why don't you tell me, how much are you running in credit cards right now, boss?
Yeah, it's I'll be around 1.7%. Then with that,
I got you. All right, so that's your qualified rate. But how much a month are you running in credit cards? I know that it's going to go up some months and down, but on average, what would you say a month you accept in credit cards?
Well, we've been in business for about 2 years, so it's
awesome. Good job.
Yeah, so it's been, we've just been ramping up, so it's been you know, 5 grand, 7 grand almost.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it fluctuates, and you've been in business 2 years, so I'm sure that it's gone up over the years. But you said about 5 or 10, so let's just call it $7,500. So right now on $7,500, I guarantee that you're paying anywhere between $175 and $250. Again, it's going to go up, it's going to go down based on your volume, but right now you don't know what you're going to pay, and you have all these percentages, transaction fees, you've got batch fees. So check this out. Again, I'm a straight to the point kind of guy. You've got no contracts, you don't have to buy equipment, you don't have batch fees, you don't have to lease the equipment, you don't have the discount rate. So you mentioned 1.75%, right? So that's the percentage that you pay. You also have all the other fees. So do you actually look at your bill that you get every month? Have you ever noticed it's not just 1.75%, right? You got this fee and that fee, and at the end of the month, it's probably closer to, 3%, in that ballpark. Are you following me so far, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I really have had decent rates because he's worked with the banks before, and he's really got me, and I'm really impressed by it. And I really don't want to change with what he's got me.
I hear you. And I promise I'm not going to walk out of here trying to twist your arm, but I am going to make sure that you understand, the bottom line. So this is a friend of yours. Is it family, or is it friend, or what is it, the banker? You keep bringing the bank. Is it the bank?
He's a fellow business friend. I've been in a relationship with him for a while.
Perfect. All right, so I'm going to go over a couple things here. So for one, I can totally respect the friendship and the loyalty. I mean, that's what I'm in business for. I make residual income. My accounts stay with me. I get paid month after month, just like he does. So I'm looking for the loyalty, just like you're giving to him. So I get that. Here's my concern. Okay, this program didn't just come out yesterday. Anyone who's serious in this business knows about the cash discount program. Okay, so it sounds like he's been in it for a while. He's had your account for a while. And again, I'm not out to bash the competition, but what I'm getting at is I like the loyalty. I respect the loyalty, but loyalty goes 2 ways. Okay, that loyalty should also get you should know about the newest things that can eliminate your bill. Okay, but if that's not coming across, then again, I'm not here to bash. I'm just saying that loyalty, you should be the first guy to know about it if you're friends. So what this does at 15 cents, you're running $7,500. You're probably running about 200 transactions, okay? So look at this bottom line, and then I'm going to talk to you about contracts, because I know that's one of your concerns here. So on this program, I don't even need your bill. I don't care what your rates are. It's 15. We did 250. You would pay $37.50 on this program, where right now you're probably paying, let's just average it out at $200. Okay, so we're not talking about saving nickels and dimes here. We're talking about $1,800 a year. All right. Now tell me, how long have you been with your friend or whatever's going on? Has it been a couple years now?
Yeah. Yeah. For at least as long as I've been in business with them, it's been at least a couple of years. I know it before that, but as long as I've been in business, it's been a couple of years. Yeah.
Okay, right. You said you've been in business 2 years. Leases are for 48 months. So this means that you have 2 years left on your lease. Okay. How much is your lease right now? Are you paying $30? Are you paying $60? How much a month is your lease?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. So we know that you paid roughly $200 a month, and that doesn't include your lease. Right? I don't know if you look at your statement or not, but it doesn't have lease on there. Lease is going to be a completely separate charge. But I'm gonna break it down for you. Let's just say, he's your friend. So let's just say he leased you for $30, which, by the way, everyone can get free equipment. So I don't know why he leased you as a friend, but let's say you're paying $30 and you have 24 months left. 30 times 24, 0, 12, 0, 0, 6. All right. So to get out of a lease, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be $30 times those 24 months. So for you to get out of your current situation, you're looking at $720. We already figured that this program, without question, without even having to do a proposal, is going to save you about $165. All right, you're looking at 4 months ROI. 4 months, and the money is back in your pocket, and you're broke even from getting out of your current situation. So let's keep this really simple. You have 24 months left in that contract, but in 4 months, you can break even and start putting that $1,800 a year back in your pocket. All right, this is a total no-brainer. We even make it simple, and we provide you with what you need to get that closed out. I know you don't want to go call your friend, what's his name? John?
Matt. I'll make up the name.
So I know that you don't want to call Matt and offend Matt or anything like that. So we even make it easy. We provide you with an account closure form letter so you can do it discreetly. And I'm telling you, the process is so simple. We already did the hard part, which is figuring out what it would cost you. The hardest part from this point is literally just getting it done. That's it. So let me show you here. When I tell you that there's no fees, there's no fees. They're crossed out. Okay? Look right here. All the stuff that's on your statement. Monthly minimum, batch fees, transaction fee. The only thing you're going to pay is 15 cents, which is over here on this page. Right? 15 cents. Down here, your annual fee. You don't even have annual fees on this program. Everything's crossed out. It's a no-brainer. The hardest part about this is what we're doing right now. And like I said, it's month to month, and it's risk-free. Now, sir, there's got to be a catch, right? There's got to be a catch, right? Most people ask me, what's the catch? Are you curious?
Yeah.
Are you? Yeah. Are you excited, or you just want to get me out of here? Because, like I said, I'm not going to twist your arm here.
That was really good. Here's what
Hold on, Doug. I'm still pitching, or unless you're asking me a question. So here's the catch, Doug. There's got to be some way to make this work, right? To only pay 15 cents. So here's the breakdown. All right, you've seen this all around. You see it at gas stations. And what we do is we incentivize cash, okay? It's called the cash discount program. So what that means is we want to incentivize your customers to pay you with cash. Cash is king. You don't pay fees on it. I mean, if you could, you would take only cash, right? Am I right? Okay, because there's no fees on it. No brainer. So
that's why gas stations have a lot of ATMs in them.
What's that?
That's why gas stations have a lot of ATMs in them.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother industry. We won't even necessarily go there, but it does kind of here. So here's how it works, and then we're gonna make a decision, and I'm gonna get out of your business so you can get back to work. So it's called cash discount. What we want to do is we want to incentivize cash transactions. You win on cash transactions because there's no fees. Well, under this program, the only fee that you would have on credit card transactions is 15 cents. And here's how we do that. You know how the gas stations, you just brought up gas stations. You know how they have two prices, right? They have a cash price and they have a credit price. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Right. So most gas stations do that. Or you're a business owner. When you went down to City Hall, if you paid for your business license with your credit card, there's some sort of a service fee. Or if you buy movie tickets, all over the place. What these companies are doing is they're not paying their fees. We're paying our own fees when we use our credit card at those types of places. And that's exactly what the cash discount program is. So what we do is we provide you with proper signage, making sure that your customers know store prices are cash prices, right? So there's going to be a service fee on all store sales. And if they pay you with cash, they get discounted that service fee. So long story short, you're not actually paying those fees anymore. That's why I can tell you it's no other fees other than 15 cents. No brainer, right? Everyone else is doing it. They've been doing it for years. That's it. With it being risk-free, we know that if we can just get you to try it, you'll never leave. I'm telling you, people do not call me and ask for their bill back. This is the end of the road. Once you get on this and your bill is $37 on the same month that's normally $200, you're not going to be calling me asking for your bill back. All right? So let's just try this out. It's free. It's month to month. If there's ever any issue, I'll put you back on traditional and still make sure you save money. The hardest part is just getting this machine out to you. So what's the address here? Is this where you want me to send it? You got more rebuttals? Come on, let's go, Dougie. What do you got?
I have had that. That's been my number one rebuttal, or number in the, or the attention span has been like, or they look at me and smile, or it's just like, or I get a call came in, or the other part where another employee got asked some questions, so I'm sorry, I have to go, and I got to be an awkward where I can't. I'm sorry, I'll get back to you later, or
perfect. Somebody else that I call on, do that to me. Have a customer walk in, get really busy, get a phone call. That's what these are for. So somebody else pitch that, right? Somebody else rebuttal that. But Doug, is that helpful? And if you notice, I probably told him 2 or 3 times, like, are you actually interested? I mean, I'm not going to twist your arm. I'll get out of here. Because at that point, I had got the message across. And indifference is magical. What screen are you guys on? Can you see? Let me just make sure. Okay, you're on that, right? So you'll have the 4 factors, and I can't wait to break these down on the next pitch or on another one. But indifference is my favorite. And a couple of times telling him, look, are you excited about this? I mean, this is a big deal. If not, I'm not going to twist your arm. I'll get out of here. Let's just get to the bread and butter, and I'm gone. I'll get out of your business. So it takes time. It takes practice. My first week out there, I wasn't like this. Actually, the first week I was out there, I shadowed somebody, and still good friends with him, changed my life, and he was amazing. Yeah. And I went out with him. I'm like, how am I going to do this? What's that?
I wish I could shadow with Harry. Because he just sounds like so magical and everything.
I appreciate that. And I'm sorry to cut you short, Doug. I'm going to get the next person on the phone. I want to get some pitches down and keep this a reasonable amount of time. I hope that helped you. Did that help you a little bit?
You did. Thank you very much, Joe.
You got it. Somebody raise your hand. Who's got some good rebuttals? Who wants a pitch? Somebody volunteer. Who do we got? Don't be shy. You're rebuttaling. I'm pitching. Or I'll just call on somebody. Come on, guys. I got a football game I can go watch. There we go. David. My man, David. What's going on, David? You're going to have to unmute on your end. You got a little unmute. There you are. What's going on, David?
Hey, what's up, Jason?
What's happening? It's Joe.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. My name's Joe.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, Joe? How can I help you?
Hey, man, I'm just coming out here. I'm going over this new program. I understand you got a lot of people coming out here. What this does, it gets rid of your processing fees, and you literally only pay $25, $50, or $90 a month. And I understand you get a lot of calls before you boot me out of here. What this program does is it doesn't lower them a little bit, okay? I'm talking about you don't have the percentages. You don't have the annual fees and batch fees and all the fees that you guys see on your statements. On this program, you don't have. Based on how much you process, you pay $25, $50, or $90, okay? No one's coming out here with this stuff. So just so I can get to the point and get out of your business as quickly as possible, you guys obviously doing well here. What do you guys process a month? Like 12 grand, 17 grand? I know it's going to go up, but
No, we're actually not doing too well. 12 grand a year.
12 grand a year.
12 grand monthly. My bad. Monthly. Yeah.
Okay. 12 grand. So your guys' bill, I mean, you're still paying, what, 12 grand?
Sounds too good to be true, man. Sounds too good to be true. I doubt you can take all those fees out.
Well, I appreciate that. It's that great of a program. So I'm going to break down for you how it works. At 12 grand, your bill right now is what? 250 to 300 bucks. Just roughly in that ballpark. Am I somewhere in the right ballpark?
That's right.
All right. And you have 5 people a day
Yes,
calling,
sir.
trying to do credit cards and do proposals. So on traditional pricing, people walk in.
Yeah, I'm tired, man.
I know. People are sick and tired of the fees when this program is the end of the road because you don't have the fluctuation. I'm telling you here that you could do 12 grand, you could do 29 grand, and you would still pay $29. But the point that I want to make is I'm sure you switched 3-4 times. Clearly, you don't really want to talk to a merchant service guy, and I get it. I know what industry I'm in. But everyone else that's come in here wants to see your bill, and they want to do a proposal for you. And they show you right now you pay $250, and maybe if they're good, they can save you $30, $40. I'm telling you right now, without even looking at your bill, without knowing what your fees are, I can take your bill that's roughly $250, bring it down to $90. Okay, we're talking 60, 70% savings, where other people have always offered you maybe 10. Okay, so it's not the same thing.
Yeah, Joe. I get it, Joe. Yeah, I really appreciate it, but I don't have any money. I know all this costs money, and I don't have any more money right now. My business is not, booming. It's steadily growing, but I don't have any money.
I hear you, right? So that's the more reason to do this, man. It's the more money to put back in your pocket, and there's nothing out of pocket. I'm not leaving here with any money. We're not charging you anything to get going here. This is just straight savings for you. So this program, you've seen it all over, right? You've seen this for years, but you've never had someone till me, a stranger, walk in and present it to you. So you know how gas stations, right here on the corner, the Shell, do you fill up there, or where do you get gas?
Yeah. I noticed that they have 2 different prices. Yeah, all gas stations.
You already know what I'm getting at. Perfect. So that's exactly what
you're right. I've seen that.
Gas stations are just incentivizing their customers to pay cash because there's no fees, right? It's no secret. If you go use your card at the gas station, you're paying your own fees, not them, right? So this program does that. And I understand you think you've heard it all and you get 5 calls a day, but you've never had somebody come in here with an app with everything crossed out, okay? You don't have the batch fees. You don't do EBT, but monthly minimum. On the other side, you don't have annual fees. You get rid of all the fees, and you're going to know what you pay every single month. because I know you're doing like 12 grand, but you probably have some months where you do 16, and you may have some where you're doing 14, and your bill is going like this, right? Every month, you never know what your bill is going to be. Am I right?
That's right.
All right. This is the end of the road, okay? I haven't been doing this very long, but what I can tell you is the people that get on this, when we follow up 2 months later, they're like, why would I ever change? They're referring us people because they've been through it. I know that in this industry, you guys have all switched 2-3 times. You've been burnt. And all I can say to that is don't believe what I'm telling you like you did the last guy that burned you. Believe what's on paper. The reason people get burned and they're tired of this industry is because they didn't look at what they were signing. So now when an honest guy comes in with a program that's flat, consistent, and upfront, they don't believe it anymore. So all I can say is look, right? They're crossed out. There's nothing to hide here. Like I said, it doesn't cost you any money. I understand you're getting busy here. This process, I could be done with it. It takes about 3 minutes. The hardest part is
my business partner is not here right now, and I'm really busy. I'm backed up. I had 2 call-outs right now. I just don't have time to deal with this right now.
All right, man. I'm gonna wrap it up here real quick. Hey, is your business partner your wife or brother, or who's your business partner? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, family. It's family. It's my wife, and it's my wife, and I have to run this through her. You know what? Leave me your business card. I'll run it through her, and I'll contact you. We are interested.
Cool, man. I've got a card. Let me just ask you, if I can put $2,400 a month or a year back in your pocket, where would you take your wife? Is there somewhere she's been wanting to go?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we love to see Hawaii. Yeah, we've been wanting to go to Hawaii. Yeah.
Yeah. So this would cover maybe one of you to go to Hawaii. It's a little pricey to go there. I go to Mexico because I can take 3 trips for the same price of Hawaii. But if we got her on the phone and said, "Hey, there's a way that we can eliminate 60 to 70% of that bill that you hate and complain about," it's in writing that there are no fees other than $90 a month. Honestly, look at the flyer. Normally it's 10 cents a transaction. I'm trying to cut you a deal here. You're an auto shop. I don't necessarily need that transaction fee because your transactions are big enough. Let's call her. Seriously, if we can get it down to $90, maybe even a little bit lower, if we can make something happen, let's call her. Say, hey, where are we going to go with the savings? Just try to call her, man. I'll get out of here if she doesn't pick up. Is that fair enough?
Sounds fair. Yep. I do it. That's good. Thanks, Jason.
Joe. My name's Joe.
Joe, my bad. I can say it. I'm brand new, man. I knew. I'll get down. It's Wagner, right? Yeah.
It's all good, David. David, where are you located, man? Are you still there, David? Where are you located? Oh, man, you cut out. I wanted to see if you were in Los Angeles. David, if you can hear me, if you're in Los Angeles, I hope you're out there putting in work. We're going to be out there in a couple of weeks. I want to see as many of the people.
My bad.
There you are. All right, now I can hear you.
Yeah, I was getting a call and they cut you off. But yeah, I'm in LA.
You're in LA. What part of LA are you in?
Downtown LA.
Downtown LA.
I know you guys are out here. Yeah.
We've got a meeting tomorrow morning. It's specifically, everyone will be invited to it, but it's specifically, we're going to be going over a little bit of Los Angeles, the people we're looking for, what they can expect and all that. So I hope to have you on tomorrow's call. And if you can get my name right, maybe we can sit down and go get some dinner. All right.
Sounds good, Joe.
All right.
Sounds good. I'll be on this tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks for jumping on, David. I got a couple of texts here specifically about the call. Normally I wouldn't look, but let me see what's going on. Okay, here we go. All right, any other hands that want to go up? Let's see what we got. All right, I won't call on you. I'm going to call on one last person. We're going to do one last pitch. But just by a show of hands, who's picking something up here? Who's learning something? Folks, this is what it is. If I was out in the field, this is no fluff. no magic. You just got to talk to enough people. And this is just, if you've been on a lot of our meetings, you know, we talk a lot about reps. This is just reps, reps, reps. My son is 6 years old. Tonight there wasn't football practice, but we went out to the park. What are we doing? We're doing reps. I'm having him do the reps of what his job is for his position in football. If it's baseball season, I would be out at the park on the diamond hitting ground balls. I'll hit a bucket of 50, and then we'll do another bucket doing another task, and it's just reps. Okay, this stuff, I didn't start merchant services like this. This is just from talking that I don't know. Guys, I've personally signed thousands of accounts. I have teams that have done thousands of accounts, and it's simply reps and talking to a lot of people. So I'm glad everybody's learning something. I'm going to get a real tough one on. Sam, what's going on, my man?
Joe.
What's happening?
Hey, man. 12th man.
12th man, baby. I got to get out there. Nobody tell me what's going on. I'm sure some of you are watching Monday Night Football. I'm not. So one last one here. And I don't have any paperwork. I don't have a flyer. I don't have anything. Knock, knock. Hey, what's going on, man? How's it going?
Pretty good, pal. What are you doing? What are you peddling?
I know you're busy, man. I'm peddling, man. I gave it away. Hey, man, real quick. I only need 3 minutes. I need to get 1,000 calls. I'm straight to the point, and I'm out of here. All right? There's a program that opened up that eliminates 95% of the processing fees you pay. Now, before you kick me out, I know you're already halfway there. This program doesn't lower your bill, okay? We're not talking about shaving off a nickel and a dime. I'm talking about a program that can take your bill no matter how high it is, where it's a maximum of $90, and that's if you're processing over 10,000. Okay, rather than taking it a half hour and telling you about it, I've got a video that does it for me. Okay, just watch this, and I'll get out of your business.
Are you tired of credit card fees eating away at your hard-earned?
All right. Have you ever seen a program like that can eliminate your fees? That's never walked in here, right?
Hey, Joe, listen, man, I appreciate you, pal. You know, I've been in business here for 15 years. We do quite a bit of business. About 5 years ago, I was done with processing. I mean, I have to process cards. I can't stand it. I've switched 4 times, man. The last guy that came in here, I ended up just telling him, screw off. I called my bank. My bank hooked me up. I bought my own machine, so this is my machine that I bought. And I'm never going to switch again because it's so much hassle. Even my bank hassles me, right? And so, you know, I appreciate you, man. I really do. You sound better than the other 5 guys that came in here. You're right to the point. I'm up here in New York. That's how we work. Yeah. But I got to tell you, I can't do it. You know, I know what I'm paying every month already. I'm paying I'm paying what I pay every month because I run about the same every month. Sometimes fluctuate.
And I appreciate the compliments, man. I can understand that. I haven't been doing this long, but we do trainings all the time, and they tell us people hate merchant services, and they're absolutely right. I mean, I'm out here. I got to talk to a lot of people, and I probably talk to 10 a day just like you. They've all been burned. I don't know how the industry got away with it, but I'm glad that you got a better deal going on now. But again, you got to understand, and I'm just going to leave it with this, and I'm not going to continue bothering and trying to twist your arm. But this program isn't like the other program, right? Everyone comes in here, they want to see your bill. They want to do a proposal, lower transaction fees and lower things a little bit. I'm telling you, man, and I know where you're coming from, but that bill that you have, that you were about to tell me how much it was, it's a maximum of 90. Like, wouldn't it be nice to know that every month your bill was going to be $90? And if I could show you that on paper, right? Forget me, forget that I'm good, forget my pitch. If I could show you in writing, which is where everyone messes up. They don't read what they're signing. I don't get it. But if I could show you on paper, everything crossed out, $90 with no contract. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I make money off residuals. Okay, if I get a guy like you on board with no contract, don't sell you any equipment, I make money staying with me, right? Every time you swipe a credit card, I'm going to get paid, a tiny amount, and I'm trying to build thousands of accounts. But the bottom line here is I can't screw people and put them on month to month and then fall off a month later, because my family wouldn't eat. I got to get people on this. It is what I say it is. This is the end of the road, man. You'll never get burned. You never have to ever again. Would you be willing to at least give it a shot with a no contract, no risk, keep your other account open? I'm telling you, it'll be $90 a month. If it's a penny more, you can cuss me out. Come on. Seriously, let's do business. $90 a month. You can't do better, man.
So, Joe, listen, man, again, you're awesome. I really like you. Actually, you want a job?
Yeah, I get offered 2 times a day, man. I build residual. It's hard to find something better.
So let me check with my bank and see if they'll beat the price, if they'll go to 90.
I thought the bank was hounding you, man. You're lying to me. Don't BS me, man. I ain't BSing you. Are you with the bank or are you with somebody else? Who are you with?
I'm with the bank. Man. It's just, they could probably give me the same deal. The whole transition, like switching companies, I've never even heard of Easy Pay. Who else is doing this?
I hear you. So 2 things there. One, if the bank can do it, they should have been knocking on your door, okay? To be honest, a law was passed in 2010 that made this available. It's been around for 8 years, okay? They haven't knocked on your door and said, hey, you know that big bill that we collect every month? We can get rid of it, okay? So I don't know if you want to give business to that. It's your call. I'm not trying to bash them, but it is the truth, right? Why does a stranger, right? Why does a Joe Schmo got to walk in here and let you know when you've been with them? It sounds like for a long time. So I love the loyalty. I want the loyalty, but you can test build from day one with me. You're not going to have to call me 3 years saying somebody came with something. I hooked you up from day one.
All right, Joe. Joe, listen, man. I'm pretty busy right now. I get it. I get what you're saying. Is there another time you can come back? As you can see, I'm pretty busy in here.
We're this close, man. And I know when I come back, if I'm even in the area, I'm never going to be able to get this far again. Come on, this puts food on my family's table and your family's table. It takes me 3 minutes to write up. As far as closing your old account, I even have what you need, right? You're right. It is a pain in the butt if you call them. If you call them, you sit on hold, they're giving you the runaround, they tell you they're going to close it, and then you find out 3 months later they didn't close it, they're still charging. It's because you didn't send something in writing. Okay, if you do this, it takes no time. Once my terminal gets here, which is free, you're not paying for it, all you're going to do is send this to the address that's on your statement. That takes you 30 seconds. Send it certified, track it, you can verify that they got it. That's closing the account. As far as writing it up, we're wasting time. It literally takes me 3 minutes.
I like you, man. I like you. You're quick. So listen, let me ask you one question then. You're telling me, I mean, you're working me here, and I appreciate it because everybody comes in here, they got something to say. Let me see your statement. You don't even want to see my statement. How are you going to only try? Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Joe, I do about $60,000 a month in processing.
Good for you.
When you walked in, you saw the Mercedes, you saw all the German automobiles. My client is high clientele. If I mess around and this messes up my whole deal, I mean, I don't want to lose clients either. How is it you guys do this? How am I going to pay $90 a month? And are you going to reprogram my machine because I already own the machine?
Now we're talking. Okay, so I'm going to get right to the bread and butter. And I've got a lot of testimonial videos if it helps you because you're a high-end client. Okay, a couple in LA that are the same thing, same cars, same stuff. All right, so here's the breakdown, right? It's called the cash discount program. The idea here is to incentivize cash. You're working with big fancy cars. You probably never even see cash here, but if you could, if your customers would pay you in cash, you would love that because you're getting killed on fees, correct? I mean, we're together here?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we do is very similar to City Hall, or if you go on, you get some sports tickets online, or even Fandango, right? If you use your card, there's some sort of a service fee associated with it, or a gas station, even a better example. They've got the cash price and they've got the credit price. So what we want to do is we want to incentivize cash. And the way that we do that is we give you the proper signage and make sure that everyone that comes or any invoices that go out, people understand store prices are cash prices. Okay? For years, you're running American Express. Okay? You're dealing with high-end cards. You're literally paying for people to go to Disneyland and airfare and all this crazy rewards. because they want to use their high-end rewards cards because you run big transactions. I bet, and I'm not asking you for your statement, but I bet if we looked, you're probably 60 to 80 cards are probably American Express because you do really high tickets. Would you agree?
Joe, I do pretty well. Listen, my dad owned this before me. We've been in business here. People know who we are. All right. We've done a lot of business here. We got clients that have been with us for years, and their kids are with me. Their parents were with my dad when he owned the shop. I'm just, we do about, I'll tell you what we do, Joe, okay? Just because you're asking, and I don't mind sharing with you. We do well.
I already know how much you do, man. You're paying $1,500 a month.
Yeah. We pay, that's one of probably our third or fourth expense,
right?
And then parts. But, of course, we recoup that. You know how the business is. But,
here's the thing, because you're going to keep going and I'll keep going, and then there legitimately won't be time if I can even get you to say yes. So here's the bottom line. You've got a lot of great customers, right? This isn't just a business that there's 20 of in a 20-mile radius, right? You've got good customers. I bet you most of your customers don't even know that you're paying 3.5% to accept their cards. I bet you they don't even know that. Okay, so if we implement a policy that says, hey, these fees have been killing me. I'm paying, what is that, $18,000 a year to accept your guys' cards. I have two options. I can raise my prices to make up for those profits I'm losing, or I can incentivize checks and things like that. If your customers understood that 18 grand was flying out the window and they're repeat, they would probably actually support that, and they'd probably go get a check to make sure that you don't have to pay fees. So you would win in that scenario because there's no fees on checks. But if they do decide to pay with a card, you still get 100%. The bottom line is, the only way to know is to try it. There's only one way to know, right? This is a no-risk situation. If you run this, you have 60 days. I'll tell you right now, we never, ever lose accounts after 2 weeks. You're going to know right away if this program works. But let's just say in 45 days, you want to go back to traditional pricing. At that point, we can do the old school route. We can get your statement, and I still guarantee, with a $1,000 guarantee, that you're going to be more profitable. I'm telling you, I'm the last guy you'll ever deal with, whether it's cash discount or traditional. All I ask is try cash discount, because you're not going to call me asking for that $18,000 a year back.
So, Joe, I'm not fresh off the boat, man. I'm not FOB over here. You're telling me basically let me make sure I got this right.
Perfect.
You're going to charge my customers
4%.
4% whenever they come in. And man, my average is around $500 to $1,000 just to get an oil change in my place with these high-end cars. We're talking $500.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. And I'm telling you, we have lots of people that do high-end tickets. I mean, you're not the first one with high-end tickets that we talk to and that got on the deal. I mean, check this out. I don't want to keep eating at your time here, but you keep giving me reasons. So check this out, okay? This is, let me find it because I only have a phone.
Well, while you're giving me the time to talk, Joe, so I'm like I said,
Hold on.
I already did the math, Joe. I already did the math. You'd be saving me close to $11,000 a month, right? A year, because you're right. I'm paying about $1,200 to $1,500. You're saying it'd be $90 a month?
Yes, every single month. Questions asked.
Why am I paying $90 though if you're taking 4% from my customer?
Because I got to put food on my family's table, man. I make a couple bucks off that. If I can put 11 grand back in my pocket, I get to make a couple bucks, right? I mean,
well, business is. I guess that's the cost of doing business. But yeah, I mean, if you're saving me that much, I'll give you a couple bucks every month.
Perfect. You can buy me lunch today. I don't want to take cash. That's against policy. But you can get lunch, and when you go to Hawaii with your family, you can send me a thank you card, and that'll be good enough. Because honestly, we both win on this. I already told you. I'm gonna make residual income every time you swipe a card, and every time you swipe a card, save a huge chunk of money. This is a win-win deal for Let's just, yes, man. Try it. I can be done in 3 minutes. Seriously. What, are you incorporated? I'm no proprietor here. Let's just try it. I'm not going to tie you down. I'm going to just try it. Okay?
So Joe, we're incorporated, and I'll tell you what, I haven't let a single person sell me on processing in 5 years.
Yeah, I know.
Matter of fact, I stop and I like you because you're straight to the point. You're giving me the information, and what I'm hearing you say is I'm only going to pay $90 a month, and then if I don't like it, you're going to give me $1,000.
No. So we have $1,000 guarantee that by doing business with us, you're going to be more profitable. Cash discount, no brainer, obviously more profitable. But worst case scenario in 45 days, or even if it was 20 days, whatever, right? If you give it a shot, if for whatever reason you want to go back to traditional, if you give us the opportunity to still keep the business, even on traditional, no matter how good your rates are, we'll still save you money there. Now, I'm not going to be able to save you 11 grand a year on traditional pricing, but I will still, right? We still want to do business with you. So that $1,000 is if you did business with us and you got a bill that's higher than what you currently pay, absolutely $1,000. I could make it 10,000, and we will never write someone $1,000 check. Okay, you're going to save money. There's no way you're not going to save money.
Joe, if I pay more than $90 a month, I'm calling you direct.
All right, so what we're going to go over on this DocuSign, there's only one possible way. Not a catch. It's something that you're already familiar with. What it is it's called PCI, right? You already have PCI now. It's that thing that you have to do once a year. You got that little questionnaire. Does that ring a bell for you?
Oh, Marcy takes care of everything. She's my secretary. She's the one who let you get past her to come talk to me, and now you're wasting my time, so let's hurry this up.
All right, let's get it going. So you're incorporated. What's the legal business name here? Boom, boom, boom. All right.
Joe's Caddyshack LLC.
Yeah, baby. All right, that's how we get it done. Great rebuttals, man. I love it. We got a lot going on in the chat box. Let's see what we have going on here. I don't want to charge my customer the 4%. I look up to Easy Pay. Doug, I gave you your shot, and you can have it again. We're not going to do the calls on Monday. We're going to move them to Tuesday. But, Doug, we can call on you next Tuesday. If you have we train a lot on this 4%. And in the back office, where is it? There's a video on the only objection. Dougie, go watch this. Number 8. The only objection is I don't want to charge my customers. That's the one that's what we call the only objection. Obviously, there's more, but that's the real one that actually closes the deals. So Dougie, go watch number 8. If they can afford a Benz, they can afford 4%. Yeah, there you go, Marcus. I don't know if I tell them that because then you always got to be on the business owner's side, right? So instead of being like, oh, if your customers can afford a Benz, they can afford 4%. I go the opposite way. Hey, man, right now your customers come in. I know they're using American Express. You're paying for them to go to Disney, right? That's ridiculous. You don't need to pay for people's airfare tickets and this and that. You're already running a business, and let them figure it out themselves. But if I said if they can afford a Benz, they can afford 4%. That's that might piss somebody off. But I agree. All right, so let's wrap this up. Man, I was trying to do a shorter call. It ended up being an hour. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I hope you learned something. Feedback is always helpful for us. This call is going to start being on Tuesdays. I hope it's a really helpful call for you. I hope there was maybe just one line that you picked up on tonight that helps you transition from the presentation into the close. Just be yourself out there, okay? I know it seems, I don't want to use the word intimidating. I understand. I'm good at this. I'm not boasting. I am, okay? It came from repetition. You got to get out there. You got to just practice. And these one-liners in real life, all 3 of those people, I probably would have walked out without an app, and I would have went to the next door. And these one-liners and these rebuttals don't always get the deal, but they keep it going. They keep it going. They keep inching you towards the close. And when you see an opening, just go for it. Stick your hand out. Give me a shot. I'll be the last guy you ever do business with.